For more on the life and legacy of Senator Ted Kennedy, let's go to Dr. Larry Sabato, director of the Center for Politics at the University of Virginia. He joins us from Charlottesville. Dr. Sabato, welcome to Bloomberg News, and tell us about the senator's legacy.
Well, it's really enormous. In the 47 years he was in the Senate, he had a hand in virtually every major bill the Senate passed. And you just can't name a category, whether it's environment or minority rights, the rights of the disabled, health care, transportation, so many areas he was involved in, had a major impact on the legislation and therefore on the life of the country.
Dr. Sabato, we were speaking earlier in the newsroom. It's interesting because Senator Kennedy was able to rebound from a couple of incidents that would have devastated any other politician. There was the incident in Chappaquiddick with the death of Mary Jo Kopechne. There was that incident involving his nephew, William Kennedy Smith. There was also the incident where he challenged a sitting president, Jimmy Carter, and perhaps some critics say it cost the Democrats the election and Ronald Reagan won. How was he able to rebound from that?
He was lucky to have a very firm base in a state that was in love with the Kennedys then and now. Remember, that was his brother's seat, to President John F. Kennedy's seat. And I think the tie with the voters, the emotional tie, particularly after President Kennedy's assassination and then his other brother, Bobby Kennedy's assassination, made him virtually unassailable in Massachusetts. The country was another thing entirely.
And Dr. Sabato, Lori Rothman here. In a letter to state legislators earlier this month, Senator Kennedy asked that the governor be allowed to name an interim senator, and this is a question we addressed also with our reporter Lizzie O'Leary shortly. Who will assume his seat?
Well, of course, the special election is the key thing. Whether we have an interim senator, they'd have to pass legislation, and that has some obstacles in front of it. It's possible. But there are half a dozen Democratic congressmen from Massachusetts who apparently are running. In addition to that, former Congressman Joe Kennedy is the nephew of the late Senator Kennedy, is thinking about running, probably will run. The state attorney general wants to run. I think it's more a question of who won't run in Massachusetts. The seats don't come open very often. Senator Kennedy got in 1962. Senator Kerry, John Kerry, the other senator, was elected in the 1980s, mid-1980s, and so you just don't have many opportunities to win a Senate seat in Massachusetts.
Dr. Larry Sabato from the University of Virginia joining us from Charlottesville. Dr. Sabato, thanks.
Thank you.